Hey guys, it's Lawrence with Laws of Physio, and by the end of this video, you're gonna know the 3 different types of muscle contractions. We can categorize the muscle contractions as either a concentric, an eccentric, or an isometric, and I'll give an example of each exercise. So the first exercise is an isometric contraction. So this is a contraction where you activate the muscle, but you don't change the muscle length. So we're gonna use my bicep for an example. This is the length of my bicep. So all you're gonna do for an isometric contraction is just tense up against it, and you're not changing the length at all of the fibers here. This is excellent for any kind of tendon-based pain or any kind of symptomatic pain. So really good exercise. Tendon pain, you wanna stay in a mid-range or somewhere where you don't get too many symptoms. And this is a really good way to desensitize any kind of symptoms you might be having. Holding it in this position, and gravity is working down against the dumbbell. This is an isometric contraction. In terms of a protocol, I do recommend this in all my other videos. You wanna do a 1-minute hold, 1-minute rest, 5 sets in a row, and it's really great to reduce any kind of tendon-based pain. The second type of contraction is a concentric contraction. So this is where you shorten the fibers in your muscle. So in this position, if I use a dumbbell, that's the length of my bicep. As you come up, it will shorten the bicep. This is used to help really get the squeeze at the top, getting really good at producing power and shortening and moving your muscle as much as you can. The third type of contraction is an eccentric contraction. So this is where you control force and you lengthen the muscle fibers. So in terms of a bicep curl, the lowering portion is an eccentric contraction. So this is very useful because it lets you load the muscle under stretch, and you're actually 30% stronger on the eccentric portion of a movement compared to the concentric. So this is why negatives, which is the lowering portion of an exercise, is really good stimulus to promote muscle growth, which is hypertrophy, and it also is a bit of a stretch at the end. So you can get a little bit more flexible by practicing the eccentric portion of a movement. So in terms of protocol, with these different contractions, you can do them for different purposes. So if your goal is to produce a lot of power very quickly, you want a very rapid concentric and a very slow eccentric. So again, bicep curl, you want as fast as you can with the concentric and controlling the portion down. In terms of hypertrophy, you want a nice, slow, controlled movement. So I do usually recommend 3 seconds on the way up, squeeze, isometric at the top, and then 3 seconds on the way down. Again, an isometric at the bottom, just to prevent any kind of stiffness and tightness. So try those protocols out. If you learned something, please consider leaving a like, and please leave any comments or questions you might have.